Yo guys, it's slyroh. You already know that today I am bringing you guys a Wi-Fi battle. This one is actually against my friend Chaos in the Sky, not RTK as you see on the screen. This is a battle that I would have had at the local tournament, the No Pause Tournament's local tournament. However, we didn't end up finishing the tournament. But my next matchup would have been against Chaos in the Sky. So when we got back to the house, we decided to have a battle to see who would have won had we battled. The reason it's on RTK's copy is because Chaos's team wouldn't trade over, like it wouldn't let him trade the Kieran Black over, despite the fact that the Kieran Black is legal. It's just the way it was gemmed or something. So just to cut out complications, he just played it on RTK's game. That way we could still have this battle. Now, we had both battled once. I don't know if my last tournament battle is going to be uploaded or not. Depends on if I can get a hold of the battle code. That one was actually against RTK, so I have already had one battle. He had already had one battle, so we knew a little bit about each other's teams. I knew that his team was scary, and I also have absolutely nothing for Mega Venusaur. My team consists of a Choice Scarfed, Hydreigon, I believe it's Scarfed, a Physically Defensive Rocky Helmet Slowbro, a Focus Sash Shell Smash, Cloyster, Assault Vest Conqueror, Swords, actually no, I don't think I have Swords Dance, but it is a Life Orb Excadrill, and a, and a Specially Defensive Clefable. So that's my team. I thought it was pretty decent, and yeah, Chaos had the Landers to a Mega Venusaur, a Starmie, Heatran, Raikou, and a Kieran Black. So he just has this ridiculous, overly powered team. And yeah, let's just see how this battle turned out, because I think you guys are going to be very entertained by this. This is a 53 turn battle, so we are in for a long one. It was a little bit of stally, but I did decide to start out with Hydreigon because I'm Scarfed and know that I can U-turn. However, he started off with a Kieran Black, and I was like, I cannot pass up this opportunity to go straight for the Draco Meteor. So that's exactly what I do. I go straight for the Draco Meteor, but he switches in to his Heatran, which didn't really matter, it avoided, but you'll see later in the match that Heatran just eats up a Draco Meteor. So I decided to go into Conqueror just in case he tries to go for any sort of fire move that might burn me. I'm also Assault Vest, but he just goes for rocks. Nothing too surprising there. I believe I take this time to go for the Drain Punch because I figured I wasn't losing anything. I really felt like, oh no, I didn't go for Drain Punch. I really thought that, oh, that's right, I'm very sorry. So I knew that the Mega Venusaur was coming in, and I decided to switch into the only thing I have that has a Psychic move, and that is Slowbro. So I was hoping that if this thing is not physically defensive, we might be able to two-hit KO the Venusaur. However, you'll see that based on the damage of the Psyshock, that this Venusaur is actually physically defensive. So we are in a bit of a pickle because I have literally no way. This is the most amount of damage I can do to this thing, to my knowledge. I believe I can do a decent chunk with Hydreigon, but this Venusaur is going to be the biggest problem to take down. So I decided to switch into Hydreigon now to try and scare him out. Figured he was just going to go for an attack since he already went for Leech Seed. He actually just goes for Leech Seed again, predicting me to switch out, which was a great prediction. I had no reason to stay in there. He knew that. So yeah, there's that. And also, if I did stay in and go for another Psyshock, he could have lived and then he would have been able to outspeed me, and I believe he does have Synthesis. I decided to go for U-turn in case he did switch out, but he didn't. This Venusaur is actually going to be staying in for a little while because he knows that I have nothing to take this thing out, and I told him straight up, hey, I have nothing to take this thing out. So we were both playing kind of stally. That's basically what it had to come down to. He goes for Leech Seed. I went to my Magic Guard Clefable because Leech Seed isn't going to do anything to me. Also, I think rocks were still up. I had to T-Wave him. I need to make sure I outspeed him, and I need to bank on a couple of Parahacks. That's the only way I can kill this Venusaur, is for him to get Parahacks, or for me to get crits. Like, I could not beat him with anything else. I decided to just see how much Flamethrower does. Doesn't do much. He reveals that he has the Sludge Bomb, and despite the fact that I'm especially defensive Clefable, this thing does more than half, which it's really stupid. I really assumed that Clefable was a little bit bulkier than that, but I guess not. I don't know. I really just want to try out Clefable for this tournament. I'm not a huge fan of Clefable as a Pokemon, but I can't deny that it definitely has its uses. So I tried to use it, especially defensive wall. It's kind of maybe that's not the best way to use it. Without setup, it doesn't really seem to do that much. I predicted another Sludge Bomb, so I went into Excadrill. Didn't really have a plan for that, and I believe he actually went for Giga Drain that turn. He would have been able to do a lot of damage. So I get off a Rapid Spin, knowing I could at least live 1 Giga Drain. Or if he decides to do Leech Seed, then that's whatever. I go for the Rapid Spin, but he gets paralyzed again. So definitely did get a little bit lucky. But I really just couldn't be switching continuously and still have rocks on the field. That was just going to wear me down slowly but surely. He just goes for more Leech Seeds because this is the thing, like, you know, he's kind of just stalling me out because I can't do damage to this thing and he knows it. So he's just Leech Seeding all over the place since this when he can. I just decided to see how much Drain Punch would do on my Conkeldurr. It wouldn't do that much, but I was like, maybe if I can do, you know, as much damage to him as he does to me, we'll have a little bit of a stall war. But he goes for a Giga Drain, and that does, I think, slightly more than I did to him. He's also getting health back, so plus on top of Leech Seed, he's easily getting more health back than I am doing to him. So this is a losing fight in every way, shape, and form, and I'm sitting here trying to figure out what the heck I'm supposed to do to take this thing out. So I go into Hydreigon again, thinking, you know, whatever. I don't know what move he went for there. I'd probably be able to eat up anything. However, I would have a little bit less health, which probably would impact. He finally decides to switch out. Finally. So we get to another part of the battle, thankfully. And now you'll see that I connect with the Draco, and this does literally nothing. This is specially defensive Heatran through and through. No way it's not. So, and then the leftovers just kind of confirms that. So there's nothing I can do. I'm also choiced into Draco, which, of course, I'm not going to go for it again. So now I go into Slowbro because I was just like, well, I resist his stabs if he attacks. Plus, he might also just go for Stealth Rocks, and then I have Scald to hit him should I need it. So I do believe I just go for a Scald on this turn. That is exactly what I do. And it does a decent amount, but not a whole lot. And he reveals the Roar. So he's going to roar me out, and it's kind of annoying, and it drives right into Cloyster, which really sucks because it breaks the Cloyster's Focus Sash. I don't have Wish support on this team, so I'm not getting that back. So Cloyster, although it wasn't going to do a whole lot this match with Venusaur and Heatran still in the way, could have put in a lot of work if those two things were actually gone. Actually, no, that's a lie. Razor Shell could have done a lot. After a Shell Smash, the only thing that was stopping a Cloyster Sweep was Venusaur and something else. I think there was something else that might have been in the way, but yeah, a Cloyster Sweep was something that in the back of my mind I was like, I could pull this off if I can get rid of that Venusaur, and if I can find a way to set up. I wanted to set up a Shell Smash on a turn where I still had my Focus Sash intact. I'd have to sack something off, bring in Cloyster, and then set up a Shell Smash and let him do whatever. Because he didn't really have priority on this team, so I would have been really set, but unfortunately that's looking less likely now because Cloyster took damage, and yeah, so I'm not really going to be able to set up a Shell Smash because he can do a lot of damage with a lot of his stuff. So you see there's just still a lot of switching. I go back into Slowbro with the Regenerator. Of course, I'm getting my health back and all that good stuff. He just goes for Roar. I think he's just going to keep roaring me out. I kind of just hope that at this point he roars me into Excadrill so I can get a Rapid Spin, and that's exactly what happens. However, I think I make a little bit of a misplay is that this turn I go for Earthquake despite the pretty obvious fact that there's no way he's going to stay in. I believe I still go for Earthquake, just trying to get damage. And he does. He goes into Moustache, this Landorus T, which is not only going to eat up an Earthquake, it's actually going to dodge it altogether because it's a flying type. I then decided to go for Stealth Rock because he was switching out just as much as I was, and I wanted to wear his team down if he was going to wear mine down. He goes for the knockoff, and that does so much damage. Holy crap. I was like, you know what, now's not the time to Rapid Spin. I'll go in another time, and I decided to go into Cloyster as damage fodder. I just figured that I could sack it off, bring something else in, and whatever. It goes for U-turn, so Cloyster lives, and I'm like, okay, well now I can save this thing for death fodder for later, which I'm probably going to need. He brings out Galaxy for the first time, which is his Starmie, and let's just say my rocks are not going to be up on the field for very long because he's going to go for a Rapid Spin right now. As I bring in the Clefable, knowing that I can eat up any hit from this thing, or at least assuming. Only problem with this is this army could have natural cure, therefore thunder waving it is kind of stupid. Not really the best idea. And my only attacking move is flamethrower. I forget what my other moves are. I believe it's Moonlight and, let's see, yeah, Moonlight, Thunder Wave, Flamethrower, and something else. And he goes right into Heatran, gets the Flash Fire boost, and I'm just like, how did I even fall for that? I can't believe that. So none of this battle is looking good for me in any way, shape, or form. He has an answer to everything I have, and at this point, I'm almost giving up. I'm really close to giving up. So I just go for the T-Wave. I'm just like, well, the only way I'm winning is through some sort of hacks because I just can't break through this team. He roars me away, which I'm really glad he didn't have like a steel type move because it would have sucked if he did. And he roars me right back out into Excadrill, and I'm like, this is awesome. This is great. Now I have my chance to Rapid Spin again, which I believe I actually do take the chance to do. Yes, I do. So I go for the Rapid Spin as he actually stays in with the Heatran. And I think he just roars me out again. Yeah, he does. So if I would have went for an Earthquake there, I would have taken this thing out. But you know what? I think at this point he's almost deciding to sack this thing off. I could be wrong. It might not be time yet. He has too much health for that. But he roars me into Slowbro, one of my switch-ins to this thing anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and Scald, wait for him to roar me out again. And I believe that is what happens. No, he just puts up Stealth Rocks again. So as soon as I get him down, he just puts them right back up. And it's kind of one of the themes to this match. I really didn't like having Stealth Rocks up. My team isn't weak to it, but it's still annoying when, you know, he has things like Roar and has things like, you know, I have to be switching a lot. It really does start to wear down my team, regardless of whether I'm weak to it, to rocks or not. He's going to go for Roar again, and it's going to go into Conqueror. Now at this point, he can try and save this thing for Death Fodder later, or just let me take it out. I thought he might switch out because he did have a switch into Conqueror. He could have switched in Venusaur and had no problem. Oh no, he did. I'm kind of remembering this battle wrong. I don't know why. But he goes into the Landorus T. I almost went for Ice Punch, but again I just went for the safe Drain Punch, and that is going to be that. That did not very much at all. Not very much at all. I thought about going for Ice Punch here, but I do believe I switch out, and I think this is the time that I sack off Cloyster. So there it is. I do decide that no matter what, Cloyster's going to die. It didn't die to rocks, it lived on 2 HP, and goes for U-turn. So now he has to send something in, so I do get the initiative, which is something. Again, I'm still not sure how I'm taking out his threats, the main one still being Venusaur. And yeah, he sends out his Kyurem Black. So, I believe I take this opportunity to bring back in Hydreigon. I'm kind of noticing that every time I bring back in Hydreigon, now with Heatran at such a low health, it's kind of going to be whenever I bring this thing in, something's going to take a lot of damage. Especially if that's physically defensive Venusaur. If I have the right moves, I could do a lot. But I just go into U-turn assuming that the Heatran was going to come out. I guess I didn't figure that it was worth it to go for Draco yet. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. There's still 20 turns left in this battle. And I go back onto Conqueror. So we see this matchup again, and we're back in the same situation. He can switch out and preserve this thing, or he can just let me take it out, or he can expect me to overpredict, go for Ice Punch and live, but I didn't. I just went for Drain Punch, and I did take out the Heatran. So that is a big turning moment in this battle because the switch into my Hydreigon is gone. He has nothing. But now he brings in Landorus T, and I'm not sure, do I switch out here? No, I do not switch out because I figured Conqueror is not as important. I figured I could live one Earthquake, which I do, and I can go for the Ice Punch. However, he has the Yache Berry, which I completely forgot about. I'm pretty sure I knew that he had a Yache Berry. I think he told me some of his team beforehand, just because like tournament and comparing teams and things like that. So I can't believe I forgot about that. Without the Yache Berry, I think I might have been able to take him out. I really didn't want to switch into a knockoff or anything, but I was like, maybe he'll U-turn or something and I can get some Rocky Helmet damage, and that's exactly what happens. So this Landorus is actually kind of posing a big threat because I didn't really want to switch anything into it, knowing that it has knockoff, U-turn, and Earthquake. It's really bad. But he goes into the Kyurem Black. I didn't really have a switch in. My switch in probably would have been Slowbro because it's my physically defensive wall. I knew that this was a physically attacking Kyurem, just from prior knowledge to the battle. But he actually gets the Iron Head flinch. I this is a choice Kyurem. I don't remember if it's choice Banded or choice Scarfed. I want to say it's choice Scarfed. So I had no reason to switch out, and I go for the Scald. Had I went for the Psychic or the Psyshock, it would have been cooler, but I decided to stay in and go for that now. At this point, I was like, I need to get as much damage on this Venusaur as possible. So he's going to go for the Leaf Seed and get a little bit of damage back, and this is where the battle kind of ends, and you'll see what I mean. At this point, I could save Slowbro, but for what reason? You know, it didn't really seem worth it. I can kill everything with Hydreigon after this thing is gone, so I decide to stay in and go for the Psyshock and get damage. He takes me out with the Giga Drain. He's not going to get his Leaf Seed back. And based on how much health he has left, I was like, I think I can take this thing out with Hydreigon. So that's exactly what I'm going to try and do. I go into Hydreigon, and I go for the Draco. He switches out into the OG dog, which is the Raikou. And like I said, I go for Draco. I hit the Draco, and I believe that just straight up takes this thing out. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, not yet. Okay, so it does take to a little sliver of health. However, I'm Scarfed. I know I outspeed. I know that this isn't Scarfed Raikou. And I take it out with another Draco. So Raikou's gone. It didn't really do much this match for him. And it's cool, I guess. I take that thing out, and now he gets to switch into whatever he wants. I'm at like -4 special attack. So he decides to go into Starmie. At this point, I can just switch into anything. I can sack things off if need be, and just bring Hydreigon back in. I don't know if he knew, I didn't actually have Dark Pulse on that Hydreigon, so that's a thing. But yeah, he's also taking himself out with Life Orb Recoil. Not taking himself out, but he's taking damage from Life Orb Recoil. And I believe I stay in and just go for a Thunder Wave, hoping to try and just kind of stall this thing out with Moonlight and Life Orb Recoil. Oh no, I don't even Thunder Wave, I just go for Moonlight, because I didn't really have a way to kill the Starmie with as much health as it had. So I was just like, alright, I'll just let him keep doing damage to himself with Life Orb Recoil. And yeah, that's kind of what this was. I don't know, I guess it's a little stally, but I was starting to see a chance for me to win this game, and I'm not going to pass up a chance to win this game if I have it. I play to win. I don't play for, I don't know, I don't play to be like the nice guy, if that makes sense. I don't want to, like, if it's something I can do, like, I'm not breaking a rule in a Pokemon battle. I'm going to do it. I assume that he was going to keep going for Psyshock, and he did, and I actually take the chance to go into Hydreigon, because now I can take this thing out with the Draco Meteor. I couldn't with as much health as I had earlier. But what I'm trying to say is, like, if I have to stall, I will. If it means winning the battle, I will do so. I don't see anything wrong, you know, if you have a problem with stall, and stall is very annoying. I don't really like going against stall either, but it just comes down to you need to have something for it, I guess, you know, taunt or just statuses and things like that. I don't know, but I do decide to go for another Draco Meteor, and I get the Parahax. I think he was going for Synthesis that turn, and that Parahax just won me the battle. That was the biggest moment of the battle. This is the third Draco in a row, so at -4 special attack, that is going to take it out from where it's at. Crit didn't matter, but yeah. So if he would have lived if he wouldn't have gotten Parahax, he would have gotten up the Synthesis, he would have stalled me out, because as you see, that Draco Meteor did not do near enough. So at this point, I do switch out, and I go into Excadrill just to kind of sack it off, because I can just bring Hydreigon back in, go for Draco, that way I'm not at -4, and I should be able to take this thing out as long as I don't miss the Draco. Seeing as all the hacks were kind of going my way, missing a Draco would probably be fair, but I'm pretty sure that's not what happens. I just go into Conqueror just to get off more chip damage, I guess. Just to be safe, because I really didn't know if Draco was going to take this thing out, because I didn't remember Kyurem Black's base stats off the top of my head. So yeah, I guess I just get some more damage off just to secure the victory. And I think now I just go into Hydreigon to get the Draco. And with this Draco Meteor, I believe that wins me the game, unless there's one more Pokemon. Oh yeah, he withdraws. Okay, he does withdraw. However, Moustache, this Oh, that's right, that's right, that's right. No, not even Draco. I have Flash Cannon. I'm choosing to Flash Cannon now, so my special attack won't drop. Flash Cannon does take out the Landorus Key. I don't know if the crit mattered for that either, but at this point it was just rubbing salt in the wound. I got really lucky at the end of this battle. Had I not gotten the Parahax, he would have been able to stall me out with Venusaur. Even after that, he probably would have taken me out with Lando. However, I don't know. There's so many ways in which this battle could have been different. Not in my favor, but thanks to some hacks, and actually, yeah, basically all thanks to hacks, I do get the very, very narrow victory. Hydreigon really pulling through. I'm a big fan of using Hydreigon. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. And yes, that was the battle again against Chaos in the Sky, not RTK. And yeah, he was. That's the thing with Pokemon, is hacks happen. It's really annoying. It sucks, but it can change the tide of battle. And if the tournament would have continued, I would have won again. So I was looking in pretty good shape for the tournament, not gonna lie, and that makes me feel slightly better about my chances in future battle things, aka the PPL. So we'll see. Especially if hacks can be on my side, then that'll be great. Nah, I never hope for hacks, but you can't. I don't know. Just when it helps, it does help. So I don't really know. There's not much more to say about that. If you guys enjoyed this battle, make sure you let me know your thoughts on it in the comments below. Go ahead, leave a like and all that other good stuff. I'll see you guys in the next video. So thanks again for watching, guys, and until the next time, stay sly.